Hello everyone, and welcome to another guided meditation video from Evo Faith. This meditation is designed to help you engage more deeply and personally with the conversation we explored in the podcast on Wednesday. If you haven't read, listened to, or watched that yet, then I recommend you do that first and then come back to this meditation. In this month, we're meditating on what it means to love God and who this God is that we're seeking to love. In some ways, we're deconstructing our ideas about God, but in other ways, we're simply seeking to learn more about God, or whatever we might call the more that is greater than us. This week, we're focused on what we can learn about God from one another. So let's get started. Prepare your body, heart, and mind by becoming still. Deepen and slow your breathing, and bring your awareness into this moment. Ground yourself and be as present to right here and right now as you can. Take 3 deep breaths to mark your presence here. Now become aware of the divine presence or spirit or the universe or the more that is greater than you. Light a candle to represent this divine presence and spend a few moments gazing at the flame and just being with spirit. You may find certain words or images coming into your mind as you do this, and if so, just hold them. And now lay those words and pictures aside. Clear your mind of anything that defines or describes God. Blow out your candle as a symbol of releasing your familiar ideas of God. If your words or images return, that's fine. Just lay them aside again. If other words or images come to mind, that's also okay. Just lay them aside. Try to stay with a sense of mystery and transcendence without defining or describing it, just for a few moments. And now I invite you to pray with me, or simply sit in stillness in preparation for the meditation ahead. We come before you, great eternal mystery, and release all definitions, categories, assumptions, and limitations. Just for this moment, we seek to move beyond our ideas and allow ourselves to be present with what is beyond our words. We seek to de-name our names and allow ourselves to be present with you without trying to grasp you, describe you, or define you. We celebrate the mystery that is beyond human understanding. We give thanks for a reality that is more than we can apprehend or explain. And we are silent and still as we open to that which we can only know in our deepest, most intuitive selves. Amen. Let's shift our awareness to this great mystery and the ways it is manifest in our universe. Take 3 deep breaths as you prepare for this encounter. So many people in your life have told you where to go to find God. Look over there, they will have said. Find God here. Go to this place, or that retreat, or the distant wilderness, if you truly seek God. How many times have you listened to them and followed their instructions? Perhaps for a while it even seemed like they were right. There were glimpses of God there. You felt the presence of something more. Your heart quickened and you caught your breath. But in time, you discovered that while God may indeed have been there, it was not in a way that allowed you to feel God's breath in your soul, or hear God's voice in your gut, or be blinded by God's radiance within your being. How many times have you come away empty and tired of the seeking? Go back to those times. Remember the grief, the disappointment, the sense of failure, and the feeling that you were somehow not good enough, not pure enough, not holy enough for God to be present to you. You do not need to blame those who tried to guide you. They were only offering you what had value for them, not knowing that it would be worthless for you. And you do not need to blame yourself. You were right to turn away from a hand-me-down God. You could never have found your way to the realm of mystery if you had allowed yourself to stay in those cities of certainty. Give yourself a few moments in silence to honor your soul's quest for more. Give thanks for your persistence and for the good intentions of those who sought to help you on your way. But also, allow yourself to admit that the way that others showed you was not your way. Acknowledge that it is time for you to make your own way, to find your own path, and to seek the divine where others could never guide you. If you can't find God by following the directions of others, if you can't travel to a holy place to encounter the divine, then where are you to go? What must you do to entice Spirit to make herself known? When all the signs and miracles and teachers have failed to lead you to mystery's door, where else can you search? Perhaps now is the time to release the quest. Perhaps now is the time to entertain the possibility that what you seek has been seeking you all along. What if you simply stopped, became still, and listened? Close your eyes to the paths you have been shown. Erase the visions of specially spiritual spaces from your mind. Silence the longing in your heart. Just for this moment, turn inward, breathe, and wait. There. You can sense it, can't you? As clear and obvious as the ground beneath your feet. What you have been searching for has been with you all along. The reign of God, the realm of mystery, The presence of Spirit is not here or there. It is within you. It has always been within you and around you. It has always been among you when you have shared love and laughter and grief and intimacy with your special ones. Don't try to describe it or define it or explain it. Right here, right now, simply be with this presence, this more, this divine presence that is closer to you than your own thoughts. Relax, breathe, rest, and just for a moment, lose yourself in this reality. Enjoy acknowledging and connecting more deeply with your sacred self. Delight in knowing that your quest is over, even as a new one. To dive into the depths of the divine presence within you is beginning. And now go back to those who tried to guide you along the way. See them again, but differently. Recognize that everything they taught you, all their suggestions and directions, were part of what led you here. It may not have seemed so at the time, but they did teach you about the God you sought, even if only in showing you where not to look. In their kind attention to your search, in their understanding of your longing for a more sacred life, in their willingness to share what was sacred and precious to them, they showed you something of God. Now look a little deeper. You'll see it now. The reign of God, the presence of Spirit that is within you, is within them too. They too are the image of God. They too are incarnations of the divine. And as you explore the eternal mystery that lives within you, you will need to learn from how that same mystery is embodied in them. Carry this awareness with you as you move through the world and interact with these other sacred beings, many of whom are still searching as you did, and who may be helped when you allow the divine light to radiate from your heart to theirs. Now come back to the place where you are. Feel your body in the chair or on the pillow that supports it. Become aware of your surroundings. And when you're ready, light your candle once again as a commitment to remember the divine light that is within you. And now as you gaze at the flame again, take a few moments to connect with your own sacred self. Take as much time as you need. When you're ready to end your meditation, go into the rest of the week with the intention to seek out the image and presence of God in the people around you. Whenever you catch a glimpse of the divine in another person, be sure to notice it deliberately. And then when you have a chance, journal that experience. and allow yourself to learn something new about God from that person. Because after all, the reign of God is within them too. Now take one last deep breath to energize yourself again after this practice. Remember to stay connected to the sacred, and I'll see you soon for our next practice together.